Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good.
How's your week been?
Good.
Good.
What about yours?
What? You went through like the last 20 episodes of this podcast, and your response to how's your week been every time is good.
Well, okay, so I started the new job, but I've only trained for 2 days, and it was only me and one other person, so I didn't really do very much.
I don't know why I'm giving you grief, because
what did you do?
I didn't do much either.
Exactly.
Nothing special has happened at all. However, I can't remember. This weekend was CrossFit Games.
Yes.
Had we started a podcast by the CrossFit Games last year? So we've obviously missed enough weeks that this is only our 49th week.
Yes, we've missed some weeks. We've actually hit a year, like the actual date mark, but we haven't hit 52 episodes.
Was that 2 weeks ago?
I think
Last
so.
week?
I think it was 2.
We missed 5 weeks, have we? Unless I missed.
Well, CrossFit was our second one, right? Penguins and CrossFit.
And we did that the week after the CrossFit Games, though.
No, it was the week of the CrossFit Game.
I think it was the week after.
It might have released the week after because we wanted to interview people during it, but then it was too busy.
Yeah, okay. So it was the week after. So it was only last week then, a year.
I think so.
But the CrossFit Games was a different week last year, was it?
No, I think it was the first week of August.
Okay, either way, this is episode 49, I think, unless I counted wrong. I
Okay.
need to go back and check. So we've got 2 more weeks to 100, but it's especially been a year, which is probably outside sport and school. I don't think I've ever kept anything up continually this long.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of us.
Go us.
Yes.
Yeah, and I looked at the downloads for the last couple of months, and we're getting some more than I thought we would. I think it could just be people streaming it and then they get halfway through, pause it, and come back to it later. But it was 89 or something in the last...
What? That's awesome.
2 months.
Okay.
No, I don't think it was 2 months. I can't remember what it was. But we've over 1,000 downloads in total, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Not really considering some podcasts get millions, but I mean...
Hey, we're just a year in.
Yeah, apparently we're
We need to come up with a cool topic for...
100.
Yeah. No, it's not 100. It's 52, right?
Yes, it is 52. And I'm going to say 100 because it's just a round number. Yes, 52. Wow, I think 2
Our
years
1
to
year.
100.
Yeah.
Man, that's a lot. So I suppose because I know there's a couple of podcasts listen to it on 1,000, but I guess that's because they do 3 a week, 4 a week. So that makes more sense. But even so, we'll have to come up with a cool topic. Help. You don't help with anything else. I don't want to keep asking the listeners to help.
Come on, guys.
It's literally been useless.
Cool topics.
But
send us some.
We're like a slow build. We'll gradually become the biggest podcast
Ever.
I was gonna say in state street over here. Oh, shit, I've got to cut that out.
Yeah, you do. In Houston. We'll just say Houston.
You want to keep it in there?
No.
Well, there's only 16 people listening.
Okay, we'll be the biggest podcast in Houston.
We just got interrupted. I can't remember what we're talking about, but I'm sure it was super interesting.
Yeah, it was about us being the greatest podcast in Houston. I tried to say that very country, like I was a cowgirl.
I'm a cowgirl. I'm practicing, but...
Do it.
Nope.
Fine. Alright, have you... You like to watch movies, go to the cinema, or whatever you call it. I'm just kidding, I know what you call it. So this movie came out called... What was it called? Won't You Be My Neighbor? Have you heard of it?
No.
Alright, well, it's about this very...
Well, I have heard about it, but only because you've spoken about it to me because of this topic. But prior to us speaking about this topic, I had not known about it.
Alright, it's about this very cool person called Mr. Rogers.
It doesn't sound very cool.
He was a great person.
Mr. Bean?
Better.
Have you seen the Mr. Bean movies?
No.
Oh, Mr. Bean taught me a lot.
Well, Mr. Rogers taught kids a lot, and adults. Anyway, this movie got great reviews, but I haven't seen it yet.
What's it about?
His life.
Whose life?
Mr. Rogers.
Oh, yes.
And he had this show called Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, which is why it says, "Won't You Be My Neighbor?" Because in the theme song, that's how it plays.
Okay. And have you ever seen the movie? No,
not yet.
We probably should have seen it before this.
I really want to,
okay.
But I didn't want to make anybody watch it last night.
Oh, did you want to watch last night? Was it on Netflix?
No, not on Netflix. It would probably have to...
Go to the cinema?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're going to the cinema, we're not watching that, I'm sorry. Saturday, we're going to go see Silence. However, there'll be no kids in it. Is it still... Okay, so what is Mr. Rogers? Or who is Mr. Rogers?
Well, we're about to get into that in a second.
That's what I'm asking. Question mark.
Okay, well, at first we have to say...
Oh, yeah. I'm usually doing the intro, so I always forget.
Let's get ready to mumble. Alright. Mr. Rogers. His name was Fred Rogers, and he was born March 20th, 1920.
Freddie? Frederick?
Fred.
Fredison?
Just Fred.
Just Fred?
Just Fred.
Just Fred.
I think.
He's too old to be just a Fred, surely.
No, I think it's just Fred.
What's Fred short for? Just Frederick?
Just Fred.
Just Fred?
Yeah.
Huh, okay, fair enough.
He born in 1928, died February 27th, 2003.
What age was he?
Make me do math. God.
I'm just throwing way too early question. Because, okay, so listeners should probably figure it out already. I know nothing about Mr. Rogers, so it's I'm going to be asking lots of annoying questions.
Yes. He was 74 when he died, and his name is Fred McFeely Rogers.
Is McFeely like his mum's maiden name or something?
I don't
really
know.
Weird middle name.
That is a very strange middle name.
McFeely.
It doesn't seem to be that was his middle name or mother's
He
name.
died 74, he said.
Yeah. So anyway, he started out in the TV industry because he hated the TV industry. He hated how it wasn't really it didn't provide very much knowledge and insight for kids. It didn't have very good kids shows, and then it also there was a lot of reliance on commercials and in order for TV to work. So he wanted to go into TV in order to make it better and provide a more educational, more learning type environment for kids. So he ended up creating Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. He worked on other shows before that, but then his big thing was Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And in 1968, that began airing on NET, which I don't really know what that stands for. It's one of the public broadcasting, I guess. Mm-hmm. Or no, PBS is public.
And was this nationwide, or is this just local area type thing?
Yeah. United States Educational Broadcast Television. It was called National Education Television. And it aired on there until 1970, so for 2 years. And then in 1971, it started broadcasting on PBS, which is Public Broadcasting Service.
So is PBS the same as NBC, but is NBC I don't know, any of these big networks you have now? Because when I think public broadcast, I always think someone just in their base. I think of Wayne's World. Is that what it is? Or am I being way off?
I don't really know what Wayne's World is.
That's different. Public access is something different, right?
I don't know. I just know PBS was it's a bunch of educational shows. So when I was growing up, this was on there, Magic School Bus, all those kind of Sesame Street, those type of TV shows aired on PBS. Okay. So it started in 1971 on PBS and aired until 2001. Okay. So it had 912 episodes, including the specials. So 895 regular episodes. 912 episodes.
That's a lot of episodes. Is that must be daily then?
I'm not really sure.
But how many years did it run for, you said?
1968 to 2001.
Okay, so that's 40 plus 32, 3 years.
Yeah.
It's a long show.
Yeah. And he ran it the whole time, yeah.
He just started it the whole time?
Yeah. So it was all based on him. He played himself.
Damn.
It began the same way every time and ended the same. It was very sequential and stayed the same. Didn't change very much. Aired the same way, ended the same way. It all the structure stayed the same. So
kids really like that. I'll respond to that, I guess. Yeah. And so every episode it started with him coming in his front door and the theme song starts playing. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Or Won't You Be My Neighbor is the title of it. And then he would take off his coat and put his cardigan on and take off his shoes and put sneakers on and talk about how it's a great day in the neighborhood and won't you be my neighbor, and he's so happy for you to be there. And so you just showed me this prize and I was seen before, and it's creepy as. I don't care. If you
it's not creepy.
If you changed the music, or if you made it if you put the Halloween, that style of horror movie music. If you put that over it, the same melody but slightly more haunting, that'd be a creepy ass thing. Okay, obviously, you could do it to almost anything, and that'd be creepy because you had creepy music. Yeah. And the one you showed me looked like it was from easily the 80s, if not before the 70s. In 2001, was it still the exact same set and stuff?
I don't know if it was the same set or if they'd updated it some. I don't really remember.
Did he still come and put a cardigan on and sneakers? Nobody does that. And where's he been? And I don't know. It was very weird and strange. And I wonder, did his house update? out of the 30 years?
I don't remember.
Because he started this when he was 40 and he stopped it when he was 70.
Yeah.
73, I guess. He died when he was 70? No.
He died when he was 74, yeah.
Wow, kind of young guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird start, and I'm probably saying this only Americans listening, maybe 1 or 2 Brits. So the Brits will be like, yeah, probably. The Americans are like, you're killing my childhood, I'm sure.
Yeah, and then, I mean, it was a little, looking back, like, I guess then I don't know. It's such good messages. Like, so in every episode, he'd either have, like, a conversation with somebody, like, in the audience, or like, a guest person.
Live studio audience?
I think so. But, like, they never showed him. Like, he'd be, like, talking to the audience, or, like, they'd bring somebody, like, a guest speaker in, or they'd, like, take a field trip and watch a demonstration, or how something was made or manufactured, or, like, it was very educational. And sometimes it was, like, an actual object you learned about, but a lot of the time it was much more geared towards, like, the social skills. So, like, forgiving others and being a good friend and all the stuff that you don't really learn in school.
Now, do you think you actually learned things from that?
Yeah, I think so.
So do you think, what was that, 10, 20 minutes show? It couldn't be that long.
I don't remember how long they ran for.
It must have been about a 20-minute show. I can't see it
Probably.
much longer than that.
28 minutes.
Yeah, okay, there we go. It's a 30 minute song. Okay.
Yeah.
Taking away theme song. They have an outro as well.
Yeah.
Outro, I guess.
Haven't got to that part yet.
Well, first of all, how can you spend 25 minutes speaking about, sharing? That seems a bit weird in the first place, but I honestly, I watched kids' TV, I don't watch any kids' TV, but they all have these messages, and I really wonder how much do kids learn from that?
I think they do.
Because kids shared before TV, kids forgave before TV. Is it just parents being lazy, or is this actually helping kids learn things better?
I think it's learning it in a different way, because you have, like, the talk with, let's say this when they brought somebody in, and so, like, they'll talk about that, and then there was also, this makes it even more weird, they had the Neighborhood of Make-Believe, which was a puppet set that they went to and visited this land every episode too, which was another theme song. And in the Neighborhood of Make-Believe, you also, like, learned, like, it just, like, complemented the whatever it was. So whatever you were learning in the show.
Like, people don't respond to a 40-year-old man. Here's some puppets to respond
Exactly.
to. Okay. I mean, I'm giving it grief, but all cartoons I watched had the same theme that he did, I guess. It's just all shows. Alright, so when did you start watching? What age were you when you started watching?
I have no. I just remember, like, being really little.
And was it something you kind of, like, was it always on at a certain time? Like, could you have been a teenager and still watched it, or was it set for, like, 5 to 10-year-olds?
I don't remember ever watching it as a teenager, unless my little sister was watching it.
Was it on too early, or was it just not? Was it scheduled for?
I chose to watch, like,
or you would
as Club 7.
Or you'd be on Disney Channel or something.
Yeah.
See, in the UK it's listen, because we have, like, 2 channels you can watch cartoons on.
Okay.
At least when I was younger, if you couldn't afford cable, which I couldn't.
Yeah.
So it was either you watch CITV, Children's International I don't know what ITV stands for actually, and then CBBC, which is Children's British Broadcasting Channel, and you'd be the one or other kid. You'd never watch. You never transfer.
You never watched both?
No. Unless it was Pokemon, then you transferred over. But that's.
I did watch PBS some. I remember watching. They had this show called Zoom, I think, and it was a similar type, but, like, updated. I watched that on there, but I don't remember if I, like, watched this then that. I don't know, but I remember watching it when I was little, like, really little.
All right, so tell me some more about it.
Okay, so they go to this. Well, so he also feeds his fish almost every episode. That teaches you responsibility.
I guess, that's good. Yeah, okay. What were the fish names? Do you remember?
No.
Oh, what?
But, like,
you gotta remember. Did he name them even?
I don't know.
Oh,
but, like, so example, one episode his fish died, so it teaches about, like, death and grieving and all of that too. So, like, different themes within.
How did he react to that though? Because
I don't.
So far, what I've seen about him, he's very sort of. He has one mood, and he doesn't get angry. He doesn't get sad. He doesn't get excited.
All about accepting your feelings. No, he's about accepting your feelings and.
If you don't change your emotion, you're not accepting your feelings.
I don't remember if he got mad ever.
Yeah, he probably didn't. I can't take a kid's program and get mad, but
I mean, he had to teach how to react when something doesn't go your way and things like that. Okay, so then they would take this trip to this make-believe place, neighborhood of make-believe.
How would they take the trip?
There's a trolley.
A trolley?
A trolley train that...
Okay.
Yeah, went around like the train track, and then now you're in make-believe land, and so it had its own little theme song too. And there was like a castle and like the kingdom with like the citizens.
Was the make-believe land like animated, or was it just like live action?
Live action puppets. Like he like puppeteered.
Okay, so he went away, and it wasn't like him standing like puppets. He was hiding behind a wall.
Well, I mean, sometimes it's like he's standing there, like the puppets are here, and he's talking to the puppets.
Okay, and is it like really good puppets like Jim Henson, or is it just like hand puppets?
No, it was like hand puppets, and some of them are like kind of a little scary. And one of them was King Friday the 13th, Queen Sarah Saturday, Prince Tuesday, X the Owl, Henrietta Pussycat, Lady Elaine Fairchild, Daniel Striped Tiger, and there's so many. And then there was also like other characters who
King
were
Henry the 13th.
Yeah, I think so.
Is there a King Henry the 13th?
King Friday the 13th.
Oh, King Friday.
Yeah.
I wonder why Friday because it's Friday the 13th. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I wonder if they ever used that, or if that was just like an in-joke that the kids would get.
Maybe. I don't know why he named it Friday the 13th.
Especially since the guy who does it is called Fred, or Freddy.
Yeah.
And Freddy is Krueger from Freddy.
I didn't even think about that.
That's Jason, I lied. I got it mixed up.
And then they'd have like live characters too, like Lady Aberlin, I don't know. Mr. McFeely, he was the delivery man.
Oh, McFeely being his mum's maiden name. I checked it.
Oh, so it was?
He spent some of his time growing up with his grandmother.
Okay.
Who was something McFeely, so I'm assuming it was his mum's name.
Okay. Yeah.
Unless it was his dad's mum's name, but yeah, it must be his.
So they go to this little place, and they'd like hang out there, and like then it also had different lands too. So they had the like neighboring realms or whatever. So they could sometimes would take trips to the city of Westwood or the city of Southwood, or the area of Northwood, or someplace else, or the land of All Mine.
All Mine. I bet you went there for sharing episodes.
Probably.
For sure. Yeah.
And then they ended the episode with a song called Tomorrow, and then Friday episodes.
Tomorrow.
No, not Annie's Tomorrow. Different Tomorrow. And then Friday episodes, they would talk about like looking forward to the week ahead, and they would sing such a good feeling, which I showed you that one too.
Oh,
that was the
one. Okay.
snap
one.
Snap one. So it was just like very simple, not like animated, not super fast paced. It was very slow, thorough explanations.
Very slow.
To teach kids to love themselves and others.
Okay.
And he also, like, some of the episodes, he also addressed, like, common childhood fears. Like, this one kid was, or I guess, I didn't know this was a fear, but kids were scared of being sucked down the bathtub drain. So he made a song about how you can't get sucked down the bathtub drain because it's too small. Or you're too big.
Okay, well, that's...
So, yeah.
I mean, that's, good work to Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
I wonder what do you think the fears would be nowadays? Because kids aren't scared of that nowadays, surely. Or maybe they are.
I don't know, little ones could be.
I don't know. Well, you know more about little ones than I do.
I don't know what they're scared of. Mine are scared of weird things.
Yeah, that's true. Because you're weird. I mean, they're kind of weird. I don't know why. Weird being just a word used to be unconventional. Is that bad?
No.
Being unconventional is not a bad thing. It's not an insult, right?
I'm fine. Yes.
I'm not afraid of insulting you. I'm afraid of insulting you unconventional kids.
None of them wasn't.
We're talking about being teachable. Just so you don't know, she doesn't have a bunch of unconventional kids herself.
You don't know.
I don't know. You're right. Actually, you could have left them in their ones.
Yep. Some of the top lessons he taught were like how to embrace love, anger management, losing, being a supportive friend, embracing your feelings, divorce, respecting all things, how nothing external defines you. Like disabilities or like or how you can't like do something or how you can do something, death and grieving. And then his last episode was about how he was proud of us.
Huh. So strange. Like some of that, especially if you're saying it's for people who are not teenagers, a lot of that would go over a kid's head, I feel.
Not if you break it down. And he did go into extreme detail And the reason why is because he received a letter from a young blind girl asking him if she would like describe and explain things to him. So he like
That's, like, why? Okay. I mean, I'm not going to break it. As in, it's easy for me to say this now, and I'm sure it was very helpful. But I'm always curious about kids' TV and how it actually helps, and is it really worthwhile? But I guess in a sense, he almost wrote the template for it.
Yeah, I think it is.
In the 60s.
Like
There's not
teaching
many TV shows been around
2
that
years
long.
ago, I saw a lot of like a lot of my kids knew like how to talk and how to interact because of the TV they watched, especially the ones who were from like families who didn't speak English. Like they learned English through the TVs or whatever.
I wonder if that's true. Yes, apparently it is true.
And then I had one kid who like his mom didn't really speak any English, but he would translate back and forth for us, and it's because he watched TV and like learned English that way.
Yeah, okay.
And then another kid,
I'd be
she
creeped
like
out though if a kid spoke like Mr. Rogers did.
another kid like Peppa Pig is really big right now with little kids, and like this kid learned so much from Peppa Pig. Like couldn't really tell me much of anything else, but if it had anything to do, like if she had learned it from Peppa Pig, she could tell me.
The Peppa Pig. Oh no, that's the new one. Yeah, Peppa Pig's creepy and weird as well, though.
Yes.
Do you think kids relate to more being a cartoon pig than an old man?
No. I just think it's what's on at the time. Like, now probably because there's so many more animated. But when we were growing up, like, there wasn't really that many. I mean, there were animated ones, but, like, not where you were learning this kind of stuff. So.
I don't know.
Maybe Sesame Street.
Yuki was different because we had some other things that did that. But it wasn't as orientated towards that. That was all that was about.
Yeah.
We'd have shows that would play a cartoon or do something funny and then talk about that.
Yeah.
Or somehow roundabout loop.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what I was trying to get about this. It seems there's no entertainment or limited entertainment. Maybe the imaginary world was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've never seen it, as I said, but it's like it's hard to keep a kid's attention for 30 minutes if you're just talking to them about sharing. I feel.
I think that's where like they would like go on field trips and stuff.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Because I'm trying to think
As you got older, it definitely became where it wasn't something you were all about.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to think what would be the direct relation in the UK, and I can't really think of one. We had Blue Peter, which is the longest running kids show in the world, but that wasn't so much about that. It was just like you'd have sports people in it, and then they'd show you how to make Tracy Island, which is Thunderbird's Island, out of old things in your house, trash essentially, and then they'd do something else. It wasn't really it was more a variety show type thing. Alright, so tell me more about Mr. Rogers himself. Have you got information on him?
Yeah, so he was in addition to the TV personality or whatever, he was a musician, a puppeteer, which that goes into the TV personality, a writer, a producer, and an ordained minister.
Huh. Do you think he was an ordained minister because he had like a friend who wanted to get married and he thought he got ordained? Because my dad's ordained in the state of Ohio, and I don't know if I'd put that on his obituary when he passes away.
I don't really know. I didn't dig that far into it.
Well, how do you becoming an ordained minister is different to becoming like a priest, I guess. But it's not as if you have to go to what's the school priests go to?
Seminary.
Yeah, it's not as if you have to do that. Or maybe he did. I don't know.
I don't know.
He prior to doing this show, so.
He received the Presidential Medal of Freedom, 40 honorary degrees, and a Peabody Award.
40 honorary degrees. I don't understand honorary degrees, but okay.
Yeah, I don't either. What else about him? He used his show to explain like different concepts and ideas, and promoted like good ideas to implement as a person. Some of these were, we have an obligation to help one another on the planet. Like, so just not just looking out for yourself. Mm-hmm. Accepting feelings but learning how to deal with them in a healthy way. Everyone is fighting a hard battle, so be kind to everybody. Love always wins. We're here to help others feel good about their own existence. Don't obsess over being perfect. Self-discovery. Cherishing the little things in life. Valuing yourself. And keeping things in perspective. Those are just some of like the top ones.
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like some of them are being lost a little bit nowadays. Like all these people about your kid's the best and they're the greatest, and everything they do is the bee's knees. And although people still teach sharing and being kind to one another, it's not really as high almost on the list It's almost like a dog-eat-dog world nowadays. It's like your kid has to be the best, and if they're not, you'll make them the best by arguing and rather than working hard or any of that stuff.
Yeah. Some other cool things is he responded to all of his fan mail.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I don't know how much fan mail he would get, but that'd be a lot. I know, especially being a kids TV presenter. Like recently, so in the last week or two,
we got a lot of fan mail.
We got heaps of fan mail.
Awesome.
Didn't respond to any of it. No, Luke Skywalker. What's Luke Skywalker's name again? Help me. Oh God, what is it?
No idea.
This is going to be really bad. Hamill. Something Hamill. Luke Skywalker's... Mark Hamill. Okay, there we go. Mark Hamill. So he used to tweet and like respond to everyone's like tweets or like DMs and all this sort of stuff, and he recently put out a post saying, no more DMs, I can't respond to all this stuff. If I want to stay on Twitter, I can't respond.
Yeah.
So and he's a Star Wars guy, he must have got a shit ton of fan mail.
Yeah.
And Ringo Starr from the Beatles about 2-3 years ago once put out a public announcement saying, just nobody send me any more fan mail. I will not sign anything with peace and love. No more mail. Anything that will be sent to my house that's dated will get tossed. With peace and love. So it's impressive to keep it up, basically, what I'm saying.
For over 40 years. Or for 40 years.
It's interesting. I wonder how many people... I bet everyone must know someone then that's got a bit that's written to them and got a response then.
That'd be cool.
We should try and find it out. Try and find someone that's done
Guys,
that.
if you've got anybody or know anybody or ever received fan mail from Mr. Rogers,
send us a picture of it.
Yes.
Instagram or Twitter.
Yeah.
Have you ever sent anyone fan mail?
Santa Claus.
Besides, you already sent it because you wanted presents. Did you ever send a thank you letter afterwards? Didn't think so. Too busy playing with whatever you got.
Call me out.
Have you sent anyone else? I never said something. I would say thank you next year, but that was
okay. Does like tweeting them count? One time, this is embarrassing.
Go ahead.
So one time I got kind of drunk and Snapchatted Sarah Bareilles. She's one of my favorite singers.
I don't know who it is.
Sarah Bareilles, if you're listening, I Snapchatted you.
And
I told you how much I loved you.
Do you think this is what Evan? Does she look at it? Does it say?
I don't know.
Okay, that'd be funny. So you can follow. You can send people that are famous Snapchats.
I did.
Oh, okay. And maybe this was like a random Sarah Bareilles.
No, it was hers.
It was hers. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I've.
I don't think they actually checked them.
I definitely got. There was somebody on Instagram or Twitter. I think it was Twitter that I tweeted once, and they either retweeted or sent something back to me. I can't remember what it was.
That's cool.
I mean, you should check my Twitter and check. But I don't actually have Twitter.
They said something back?
Yeah. Or they retweeted it, something. Can't remember. And I was like, but it wasn't saying someone famous. It was like, to me, famous.
I also tweeted Sugarland one time. Another band.
Oh, I was about to say like, the place in Houston.
No, another band. I tweeted to them, but they did not respond. And then every time it pops up on my time hop, I get like really embarrassed about it.
Oh, yes.
It's just a reminder that I tweeted them.
That's another thing. The thing about Twitter, I would use it more if everyone didn't see everything you tweeted. Like, I often hear, like, tweet for this competition, or like, I want to tweet. Sometimes I want to tell an actor, good job in that movie, I enjoyed that movie. And I'm like, why did I do that? I wasn't going to see that. It's weird.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever sent fan mail.
I don't remember. I feel like I also wrote Sarah Bareilles a letter, but I don't remember if I actually ever sent it.
Yeah. I don't know if anything's ever got to the point where I'm like, okay, I need to send this person. Like, I never understood fans that are like the Beatles fans and like One Direction fans, the ones that are screaming and dying. And no. I know that's more of a girl thing, but still, without being sexist, it is. Come on, let's be fair. It is a girl thing. I wonder what that is. Why is that a girl thing? That'd be interesting. We should look into that.
Okay.
Male and female traits, that shouldn't be traits, but are traits and
okay, we can
are
do
they
that.
real?
We can do that.
Anyway, yes. So you responded to all his fan mail. That's impressive.
Yeah. These are just other random facts about him. He was colorblind. So every episode he had this cardigan on and he didn't know what color it was. But also his mom knitted every cardigan for him.
Really? Because I had zips on them, the ones I saw.
Well, she still knitted them.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
His mom knitted every one of them.
He changed into sneakers because they were quieter on set. That was like a production thing.
Oh. Interesting. Okay.
He He was a vegetarian. Oh, this is interesting. So his favorite number was 143.
Why?
Well, because I love you has 1 letter, love has 4 letters, you has 3 letters. So 143 was his favorite number.
I just like this guy.
Hold on.
I got a massive amount more now.
It gets worse.
Okay.
Hold on. So because 143 was his favorite number, he decided to weigh 143 pounds. So he maintained the weight of 143 pounds for the last 30 years of his life because it was his favorite number.
Okay.
Because I love you.
You can't tell me this guy isn't a creep.
He's not a creep.
Okay, but you don't have to be some sort of sexual predator to be a creep. That's creepy.
No, he
There's
was
something
just
wrong.
all about love.
There's something wrong with him.
Just because he has a heart.
No.
He's not the Tin Man.
No, look, there is something wrong with you if that
Has a heart, yeah. Yeah, I questioned it really fast.
No, it was Scarecrow.
Tin Man didn't have a heart.
Yes, Scarecrow.
Yeah.
No, that's weird. Is it not?
It's
That seems weird.
very devoted.
No. See, because first it's an arbitrary number that he's created to suggest that it's love. You know, you could say, oh, L is the 16th letter alphabet. O is the, it's weird.
Guys, let us know if you think this is weird or not. Because
But how can
it is slightly strange, yes.
No. It's not slightly strange. Slightly strange is the fact that he made the relation to 134 or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's the strange
Weird
part.
is wanting to weigh that weight because he wants
It's
himself
his-
to weigh the same as love. What? No. Unless
It
it's
was
made
his
up
lucky
fact.
number. Yeah, it could be a made up. Well, no, he did maintain 143, but it could have been for a different
That's
reason.
really light. How tall was it?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because 134, I don't.
143.
143. Even that, like, there's. I want to check his height. How tall is Mr. Rogers? Does it have those details? Probably
And
not.
also, the other part was, like, he was just very rigid about his day, like, just very, like, particular. So he did the same thing every day, like, would wake up, would do, like, whatever his exercise thing was, and, like, that's how he also maintained it. It was just very, just, like...
He was 6
By
foot.
the- Yeah,
How
143
slim
is
was
not...
This guy at 143.
Well, you saw the video of him. He was pretty tiny.
But that is like, that is really slim, man. That's not healthy.
Yeah.
He's alright. Oh yeah, he's dead. Cool. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing him as a 30-year-old man. Oh god, I just came up with my age. Oh, I've been on mute. How long have I been on mute for since I had that drink?
I don't know.
Sorry, I'll hopefully be caught up on yours.
Yeah.
Shouting loud enough. Yeah, maybe it's because I'm an older person now looking at this 40-plus-year-old man, but I don't know. It's just weird.
He's not weird. He was America's...
It does.
Person.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't really know what to call him besides person. The last fact I have is that there was a spinoff of his show called Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, and one of the puppets' name was Daniel Striped Tiger, and so they ended up making a kids animated show about Daniel Striped Tiger.
Okay.
And I think this Daniel was the son of Daniel Striped Tiger, I think. And they just continued the whole thing. Like, actually, Daniel the tiger is wearing a red cardigan, but they continued the whole type of thing where it's just about, like, helping others and all that kind of stuff. Like, the good messages or whatever. With some of the same characters being reintroduced from Neighborhood of Make-Believe.
Huh. Okay. So you would say, out of, say you had kids now, would you, and you had the option to show them that or the modern day kids shows, what would you show them?
Both.
You had the option to one or the other.
I mean, just one or the other?
Yeah.
Well, I'd show them the modern day ones because they're not, like, as dry. But I would like to show them both.
But surely the kids won't notice. If you enjoyed them, you grew up fine.
I did, but then they're gonna go to school and be like, "Guess what I watched? Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood," and the other kids are gonna be like, "What about Peppa Pig?" And they're gonna be like, "I don't know who Peppa Pig is."
Yeah, that's fair.
Her with her
Peppa
blow
Pig's
dryer
like
nose
$1 billion
face.
now. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Do you think making a kids' TV show is that hard nowadays? I think the hardest thing is just getting the kids to like the character?
I don't know. Writing a storyline's pretty hard. I tried to write.
You seen Peppa Pig episodes?
Yeah, but I tried to write a children's book, and it was hard.
I think you either have to make a children's book rhyme or be like really basic. Like The Hungry Caterpillar. Have you read that book?
Yeah, of course.
That's not even that's like, what is that?
Yeah, but then
and it's
like
one of the best-selling kids' books of all time.
That's true. I don't know. Writing
I
a
think
book
it's
is
just
hard.
you need cork. Oh yeah, I don't know.
I tried to write a book about Sadie, but it didn't work. I wanted to write a whole children's series about Sadie.
Or did she talk?
Yeah, but it just didn't go anywhere. I wrote the first one and it wasn't good.
I'm trying to think what kids' books are. Well, then again, it's who knows how it's done.
Like Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. They were all just going up the alphabet tree.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh. A said to B and B said to C, I'll meet you at the top of the coconut tree. Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. Will there be enough room?
That flew right off my head.
I don't know if that's all the words. I've read it way too many times. And I'm sure I'll read it a lot more this year.
I honestly can't even think of any of the kids' books. We had Spot the Dog that you'd read in like Prime.
Mm-hmm.
And that was about it. I'm sure there are hundreds of others, but I didn't.
Yes, there's a lot more. Dr. Seuss.
No, we didn't read that. Or at least my family didn't. I think it's partly because I just didn't read it.
I like Dr. Seuss a lot.
My dad used to read us the Goosebumps.
Goosebumps is good.
I say dad read us because I'd never read them, and then we'd have like 4 or 5 books. We had one called Would You Rather, and it was a book that it would say, it was kind of similar to our podcast. Yeah. He'd say, would you rather, and then it'd be like, live in the jungle, live in the snow, live in the desert, and then we'd always argue about, because the 4 of us, because the 4 kids would always sit and read it and blah blah blah. The only book that we could still constantly read is one called it's like a Christmas something or other. So every Christmas, I'll tell you this. No, I've told you this, I'm sure. So every Christmas, me and my brothers and sisters all huddle around my dad, and he reads us a kid's book every Christmas. And it's the same one, and it's ridiculous now because we're all massive and we're squeezing into this couch with my dad. That's the only book that we still read in that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can't remember other books. Cops and Robbers, we had one called Cops and Robbers. Anyway, did Mr. Roger ever read books though?
I'm sure.
I feel like that's something.
I think he like tried to write a book or something. I don't know.
He must have had a book series, even just his name on it.
Yeah, I don't really know about the books. I'm sure he did read some at least. There had to be reading involved.
How do you think Teletubbies compare?
Teletubbies is horrible. I watched it a lot, but it's horrible.
But it is like, it was massive. Like those Teletubbies dolls were crazy.
But like I've watched both, and Kendall was the age of Teletubbies, and she it just did not give the same type of lessons.
That's true, because there had to be sort of Tubby time or when they looked into tummies, but it wasn't really that educational.
No.
Oh well.
Also, they're pretty annoying.
I don't watch much. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I think it's all its time, and it definitely set the example for most kids shows in America, at least from there. Yeah, I think it was just maybe it's a little bit dry. That was the main thing, I guess.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it, so I can't say really.
You should watch an episode.
Nope. I have better things to do in my 28 minutes. You got any more facts about it?
I do not.
We have those myths. We were speaking about this when we were trying to figure out episode, and someone told us there was a myth about Mr. Rogers having like full tattoos and used to be part of the
Marines
or something, but apparently that's not true. Which is a shame. That'd be fun if it was true.
Yeah, so I think that you should watch the episode. And I think that any of you who have seen, what was the name of the movie? Won't She Be My Neighbor? Should let us know how it is. And I will be watching it as soon as it's not in theaters anymore. And I can buy it on Amazon.
Oh, so I'm just looking through this. Apparently it's Mr. Rogers clip where Mr. Rogers puts up both middle fingers to the audience. But in context he was. He's like up there swearing, flipping the bird, I guess you guys call it. But apparently that's a rumour, but actually is true. But it's because he was counting on different fingers, apparently.
He was probably playing that. There was a song.
Yes, Thumpkin something.
Yes,
that's what I said it was. Thumpkin something. And do you think they ever had an episode? Because obviously they didn't have kids in the audience. I would have thought it wasn't an audience show, by the sounds of it, or was it?
Like there was a kid audience. Yeah, I think there was a kid audience.
The kid audience, okay. Because they don't really do it anymore. But so there was this TV show in the UK called Rainbow, which used to have Bungle and George, which were puppets. But there was like one was called Zippy and one was called George and one Bungle and someone else. Anyway, it was like a hippo and like a bear and this weird creature had a zip for a mouth there. And there was a kids show. It was really nice and friendly. And then one episode they did it was like full of innuendos, but it was everyone thought it was a true episode, but it never actually aired. It was like a fun thing for all the cast members when it finished. But it was really funny because it's just a massive innuendo fest, and everybody now watching it thinks it must have aired at some point and didn't notice as kids. But I don't think Mr. Rogers was that type though. No. The sense of it. But he did have a wife and kids, which kind of surprised me.
Why?
I thought he would have been like a single man for his whole life.
No, he's
just creepy man.
No, he's not creepy. He was just a very nice guy.
I feel like he's a guy who would eat an apple by cutting it slice by slice after peeling it.
Yeah, probably. But that's okay.
And like really slowly.
That's okay. He's just going with the flow.
It's kind of creepy. But he'd peel it with he'd peel it with a knife, not with a peeler, because he's hardcore.
Yeah.
But not really, it's kind of creepy. And he'd eat a banana in a really weird manner.
He'd probably cut it into little slices and then eat it.
Yeah, maybe. Either that or he'd peel it. He'd eat it exactly how stereotypically people eat bananas.
I thought that would be how everybody ate a banana.
I don't know. I just feel like they'd be... he'd just do it slightly in a more creepy manner. I bet you
I just think he's creepy.
He's creepy. I bet you one of the 900 episodes there is an episode of him eating a banana. Weirdly,
you can probably find a thing of him eating a banana.
Okay, right. That's 45 minutes. This is way too long for so much.
Okay.
All right, so we'll go watch the movie and we'll give you feedback at some point whenever we watch it. Even though I won't understand.
Whenever I watch it, because you're not going to watch it.
I'm not going to watch it until I see 900 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. You got anything else to add? Mm-mm. Alright, cool. Well, let us know if you ever watched Mr. Rogers, if it was benefit, if you think it's creepy or not. Give us any ideas if you've got ideas for our yearly 150 second? Yes.
50
second episode coming up soon. I think it's it. Yeah. Alright. And I guess I've been Liam.
I'm Kayla.
And it's been Mumblecast.
Bye.